Hello everyone, this is CF Liu from howtofinancemoney.com. Today's topic is a bit different. It deviates from the normal norms of the personal finance. Now it's about Keyman insurance. Now this is normally only applicable for business owners. Now in my line of work, I've encountered business owners who have made these common mistakes when it comes to Keyman insurance. Now, what are those common mistakes? That is what I'm going to review today. Okay, so of course, I'm CF Liu from howtofinancemoney.com. I do provide services, holistic financial advisory services through a firm. One of the partners in the firm, Freedom Sindiran Berhad. So if you are in Penang or you even in KL, you drop me an email so we can keep in touch. So what is the definition of Keyman insurance or definition of Keyman? Now Keyman basically means you are the key person in a business, right? So you might be a business owner yourself, you might be for a large corporation. A Keyman will be people who are, chief executive officer, maybe the general manager, maybe a CFO or COO and the likes like that. So that's what we mean by Keyman. Now what it means by Keyman insurance is that it's an insurance policy taken out by a business or a company, okay, to compensate for the business for the financial losses. Now that's very important. Now this is where most mistakes regarding Keyman insurance happen. Is bear in mind that a Keyman insurance is a policy taken out to compensate that business. Okay, compensate the business, yeah, not anyone, but the business for financial losses that will arise from the death or the extended incapacity of an important member of a business. Now to illustrate this more clearly, now assuming that in a company, those very important people like director or general manager or C-suite execs, it may has or may not have ownership in the company. Regardless of that, if your position is so important that is without you, okay, without you in the company, the business profit will be substantially affected, then you are a Keyman. And with that, you're eligible. You can, okay, you're not obligated to, but you can buy a Keyman insurance. Now this is how it works, yeah, Keyman. Because you make a lot of money to the company, once you are no longer here, the company will suffer losses. Alright, so what kind of losses we are talking about is the fact that losses like creditor were asking for payment, okay, when certain projects were affected, okay, when we delay, the management will change, customer might have no confidence for the company. So what happens if Keyman is no longer here? Now the money is no longer flowing in terms of company turnover, revenue, and the profit will be definitely affected. Now even if the company wish to employ someone else to take over the task of this Keyman, it takes time to build the reputation up and to train a new person to be capable as a predecessor. So again, I stress this point again, the Keyman insurance is a resource to recover the loss of the company during the transition period, right? So the right logic is, of course, when it comes to Keyman, we establish the fact that Keyman insurance to compensate the company. Now, it's rightly so to say that if a Keyman insurance is taken, meaning that the company pays for the premium, yes, okay, the company pays for the premium where the beneficiary is of the payout for any payout in case the Keyman is disabled or dies. Of course, it's the company because they compensate the company for the losses, right? And what happens next is that this is what happens next. One of the mistakes made, and in this diagram I want to illustrate. See, previously you have the right logic, and now we have the wrong logic. Okay, the wrong logic is such. Now I want to ask you, does it make sense if a company pays for the insurance of a Keyman, and then the beneficiary of that insurance policy, the so-called Keyman policy, actually is paid out to the Keyman's family. Now, it doesn't make sense, right? Because again, what does the company gets in this kind of transaction? The company get nuts, right? It get nuts. I mean, this is the wrong logic. Someone pays the money, someone would have to be benefit from the money paid. But in this case, if the company is not getting the payout, then essentially this is the wrong logic. Now, we're not going into the laws yet on how this actually violates some of the tax laws. But again, this will illustrate very simply that is simply the wrong logic. So, let's say a Keyman insurance. Now, this is one of the mistakes made by a lot of rookie insurance agents. Now, they sell Keyman insurance, but they know nuts about basic tax laws, right? So that is why, if this kind of thing happen, business owner, I mean, if the Inland Revenue Board check this out, depending on how you do your accounting, because some company, they say the expenses paid out of the pocket of a company will be, deductible and stuff like that. So you might have done this part wrong if you have misinterpreted a Keyman insurance sold to you by any rookie insurance agent. Now, what are the tax implications? I want to talk about the tax implication. Yeah. So for that, let's actually look at what is the public ruling by Inland Revenue Board of Malaysia regarding Keyman insurance. Now, this ruling, public ruling, now it goes a bit into the law. Yeah, the public ruling explains that deductibility of the premium insurance premium paid for a Keyman insurance and the taxability of the insurance process received on Keyman. Now, as you can see here, scroll down a bit. Now, even in this IRB public ruling, it defines Keyman insurance very clearly, right? It says that generally premium paid of insurance intended wholly and exclusively to recover the monies that would replace the loss of profits on the happening events insured against, right? And is allowable as a deduction against the gross income of the company. Well, yes, you can deduct, but you see, it says this insurance is actually, like I say, to cover the risk of loss of a business income to the company, not to the Keyman's family. And the right to the insurance process of a Keyman must always remain with the employer of the company, and the proceeds must not be payable to the Keyman person or his family. So that's the thing, right? That is the thing about Keyman insurance. Now we go back to here. Now this will be the tax implication. Now if you are deducting, the premium pay out of the company pocket, and you are actually deducting that from your business expense, but the beneficiary is actually your family, if you are the Keyman. So this is just not right. This is not how it's supposed to be. You're violating the tax laws. Right, these are the implications. And what are the ways when it comes to handling the tax? Yeah, handling the tax when it comes to the premium paid. Right, so normally when this kind of blunder happen, I work with business owner, and the first thing I want to ask is, what type of insurance is your Keyman insurance? What type? Keyman insurance is the purpose, but what type? We go to the very basic of insurance. What type of insurance? Is it a participating or a non-participating insurance? Right? So a participating insurance will be participating in the insurance company profit. A non-par in policies will be non-participating in the insurance company profit. Now, it means that if it is, okay, first thing I want to know, if it is a participating policy, boy, you are overpaying for premium, because participating policy or insurance are very much expensive, right? Even a non-participating policies, you there could be a potential for cost saving if you know what are the kind of non-participating, the right non-par policies to get. So I would advise you, if you're a business owner, okay, you stop overpaying for insurance, because there are always cheaper options, okay, when it comes to Keyman insurance. Trust me on that. Now before we go further, this one another thing that I want to show you is that it comes back to the deductibility of the premium paid for Keyman insurance as against the business expense. Now, like I say, why I ask this very important question is because, okay, it's because a non-par or a par policy will determine whether how to handle this deductibility of premium expense against your business expense. Now, the premium on the policy is allowable, okay, allowable. That means it can be deducted against your business expense if the insurance has no element of investment, and the insurance policy is taking the life of a key person whose absence will result in the production of da 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 da. So, no element of investment, meaning that what are the policy with no element investment are term life and accident policy, but I highly discourage accident policy because the payout is only eligible if you die in an accident. Term life is good because it covers accidental or natural death or TBD. Now, this term, only these two kind of policy, it is deductible as a business expense. Correct, because there is no return on the premium paid if the insured person lives or not injured, okay? So like I say, it's allowable as deduction against the gross income from a business. Now, a whole life policy or endowment policy, these are participating policy, and what it means by that, even a non-par policy like investment link, they also have an element of investment. Therefore, it is regarded as a capital asset of the company. Now, both policies have cash value that can be redeemed after being enforced for several years. Now, of course, for endowment, and this is the most expensive type of policy you can ever buy for the purpose of Keyman insurance. As you know, endowment, there's a maturity value of the policy, so the premium paid is not allowable. If you violate this, meaning that you violate IRB taxation law. Okay, get that? Okay, it's not allowed. Therefore, so again, one of the things of this public ruling, it says, in the case of a control company, the premium paid for Keyman insurance on the life of a director or employee who owns shares. So if you are the co-owner, or at least you own share in the company, is not an allowable deduction, right? So, not an allowable deduction. So these are the things that I want to give awareness about to all business owner when you're talking about Keyman insurance. Now, again, before we wrap for today, a lot of business, when you know this, a lot of business owner will ask, okay, am I overpaying for my Keyman insurance? Of course you are, if it is a participating policy especially. Now, the second question that is very common is to say that if you're a business owner, you will ask if your company is paying for the so-called Keyman insurance premium, whereby the beneficiary, you check your beneficiary and you say your beneficiary is your family member. So what should you do? How to correct this kind of overlook or mistake done by your insurance agent? Okay, so if that is the case, so does that mean I have to fork out my own money to pay for Keyman? Now, I say that this question, there are answers and there are workarounds about it, that you don't have to fork out your money to pay for the Keyman. You say how? Now, if you find this useful and you would like to seek further advice on how to properly structure Keyman Insurance, I'll urge you to send an email to me, lcf@howtofinancemoney.com, or if you are watching that in the blog post below, drop your contact details below in the Google Forms. If you are actually reading this in my website, howtofinancemoney.com, and I could actually advise you on what the further steps to take if you can relate to what we have discussed today, and you realize there is mistakes and you would like to fix this kind of mistake. So the Self Liu from howtofinancemoney.com, and wish you have a good day.